Hi beauties. Hopefully you've seen this shirt before because you just came from my makeup minute or you watched it already and you already know. This video is gonna be a daytime wearable smoky eye. I want to do a Smokey Eye series, so this will be episode 1, daytime wearable. And I'm going to attempt to do the entire thing with my Dylan by BH Cosmetics palette. And the colors look like this. I'm hoping I can get by with doing this on the crease, making these two my transition color and smoking out with this dark purple. I haven't tried it, but we're gonna try it today. We're gonna learn today. Okay, so what have I done already? I've already done my eyebrows, obviously, and I have cleaned up under the brow. I've blended that down, and then I've applied my cream base. I'm applying a base so that the intensity of the eyeshadow doesn't fade throughout the day, and I'm just using my e.l.f. cream liner in I want to say it's called Espresso. It's called Coffee, actually. Coffee, if you can read that, but it's just brown. That's what it will look like if you try to buy it in the store. Okay. What else? Yeah, so I just wanted to show you really quick how I applied the cream base. So I just got a fair amount on my finger. And I'm going at the closest part to my lid and spreading it out from there. So I'm starting in the center, kind of concentrating the color. And literally this is my blending, guys. I'm like starting down here, windshield wiper motions, and climbing up slowly, slowly, slowly. Kind of like, it's not quite meeting my concealer, but it's getting pretty high up there because there's not really much product left on my finger if you compare the two frames. I'm literally just spreading what's left and diffusing the edge of it. Key to a smoky eye that doesn't look like somebody beat you is blending, okay? And the key to blending is clean brushes, which is why I have 2 of the same brushes, because sometimes you want one to apply the product and you want the other to blow the color out. To start, just so that I'll start from lowest to dark, lightest to darkest. So I'm gonna start with my Revlon Color Stay Powder, but obviously it's not my complexion and I use it for other things. Let me just bring my little brush bucket down here where I can see what I'm doing. Alright, so I'm using this e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush, and I'm just getting a little bit of product and applying to the high point of my brow. Taking one of those blending brushes, it doesn't really matter at this point. Okay, let's take the one that's in its original form, not cut. And I'm just gonna swirl a little bit and more or less set the edge. Set is a strong word. I'm literally just using this so that when I put down my transition colors, they blend smoothly and they're not sticking to the base, because that's why I have the base, to let the eyeshadow stick to it, but I don't want it to stick right on the border and give me harsh lines. I'm dusting out the excess color, and I'm taking that orange shade, or light brown, I guess, shade, swirling some of it. It's a warm color, so I'm using that at the highest point, you know, like just below where the brow highlight is. Next, I'm going to use the darker brown shade. I'm going to use the tip of the brush. Hope I'm in frame. I'm going to use the tip of the brush just below where I placed that warm brown or warm orange color. And it's still above my crease. 'Cause, 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 you know, all the way into the inner corner. I'm just doing like the outer third kind of, versus the warm brown shade that I did it all the way in, full windshield wiper. I guess these wipers are broken. It's only going 1/3 of the way. Okay, that is what I'm thinking for my transition colors. That simple, guys. And right now I want to get like, what kind of brush should I use for that? Maybe this was the e.l.f. contour brush, and I'm just gonna get a little bit on the tip of that. And just place it. Hope I'm not blocking out my light. But right now I'm just placing the color down, and then I'm gonna drag it to the spot where I want it. And I'm doing if you hadn't noticed, I usually do my eyes first, but especially when dealing with dark eyeshadows, you definitely want to do your eyes first and then your face, because when this thing, you know, falls down here, has fall out, then you're kind of like stuck. And you gotta go do over your face again. Like, what's the point of that? You're just wasting product, you know? So taking the brush from before, the one that's cut, that gives me a little more precision. I'm taking that same purple, really not too much at all, and I'm going just on the outskirts of the purple and trying to blow it out a little bit. And this, guys, this blowing it out, this diffusing or smoking it out, this is your smoky eye right here, because whatever's happening on the lid is going to be a solid color, and this is all the smoke right here. So take your time with this part. Focus on the outer, because you want I want my smoky eye to smoke out this way, and like, you know, I don't want it to just be like all over my eye. And I feel like that's how you have a raccoon look, because your eyeshadow has no direction, you know. Totally could use any of these shimmery colors. I prefer to use shimmery eyeshadow on the lid because I don't know why. This is daytime wearable. We won't want to be too flashy, so I'm gonna go ahead with this. And you literally just going to pack it onto the cream base where you have applied no product thus far. And just as a tip, like, let's say you know which brush to use, for example, shimmery colors pick up really good with your finger. Matte colors, not so much. But you could totally lay down your shimmery or your lid color with your finger. I guess I could demonstrate over here. Hold on. Guys, that's my daytime wearable smoky eye. Like, that's it. From here we just need liner and mascara. I tend with a smoky eye to like the liner to be a little bit winged, so I'm gonna just draw my line as close. Well, that wasn't very close, but as close to the lashes as I can manage. I like to go in and see where the eyeliner hits and just make sure that that area is the deepest in the smoky effect. So like on this side it looks pretty good, so just wherever the crease hits the liner, wherever the curve of the crease hits the liner, I like to go in and just tap the darkest amount of color just right there, just to make sure. Might not be necessary, but alright guys, so I'm gonna do my face so that I can show you what I do with the bottom liner, with the bottom shadow. I'm back looking a little bit crazy after completing my face work. The Revlon Color Stay in Medium Deep that I used under the eye for a brow bone color is the excess powder that you can see under my eyes. That's typically what I use this shade for. Basically what's left to do is apply the shadow under here, which also adds to the smokiness. And this is why I left the, what am I doing? This is also why I left the powder on, to catch the fallout, because there will be fallout. I'm gonna take that same dark brown on the tip of my pinky finger, hope for the best, and rub it along my lash line. And this, again, is not really giving us much color payoff. It's just really to give the eyeshadow that we put down some stick-to-itiveness. I'm gonna go back in with the same colors that we used, and this will give one cohesive look. So using my smudger brush, I'm going to take, first I'm gonna take this color that we used on the inside. I'm gonna run that along here to correlate with the upper lid, just with a light hand. And then I'm gonna take the brown on the same brush, just kind of dust off the excess. I'm gonna take that brown and follow through, picking up where I left off with the light color. I'm going pretty far over. Flat. So for this next step, it's quite useful because I'm going to take the purple and tap it on the outermost corner, and then kind of run it underneath to lend to that smoky effect. Running it under this brown shade that I just laid down, directly underneath. I usually take my bronzer, to be quite honest, and this tapered brush, and I just use it to blow out the edges even more. I just literally just touch it under there. And done. Unless you like to wear lashes, which if I'm taking the time to do a smoky eye, I usually do take the time to wear lashes, but I know everybody doesn't, so I'm gonna take it easy. The look is done. If you like, you can take a pop of highlight, the same one you would use for your face, and just tap it in the inner corner just to bring a little bit of brightness, and it will contrast the smokiness happening on the outer portion of the eye. In your daytime wearable smoky eye, just the smoke is happening on the crease, not the full lid like the classical smoky eye. However, this look is easy to modify, and I will have that coming up in our day to night smoky eye episode 2. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, definitely subscribe, click the notification bell so you'll know when I upload. And yeah, leave me a comment and let me know what you like to see. I'm gonna try to do a smoky eye on a budget. Don't know how that's gonna turn out, but yeah, that's enough rambling. All right, guys, see you soon. Bye.